Right now, there are no safe homes in Alabama for boys rescued from human trafficking, but that's about to change with the construction of a new home called Samuel's Place. Here's part 2 of our special report, Darkness to Light.
They've been ignored. The boys that have been exploited, if they don't get the help they need.
Just 1 year after opening Camille Place, Alabama's first safe home for girls and young women rescued from human trafficking, Chris Zebach is building a boys' home. Camille Place currently serves girls ages 6 to 19 who've been pulled from modern-day slavery. But the male population is often overlooked.
We have gotten many calls across the United States, and several of our girls have had brothers that we could place and they could still have family reunification. So we have decided to open Samuel's Place to serve young boys that have been trafficked or exploited.
Ground has already been broken on Samuel's Place in South Alabama. It will be the first safe home in the nation to serve boys ages 16 and younger who've been trafficked. The United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime released a global report on human trafficking in 2023. The report notes that the percentage of boys identified as victims of human trafficking more than quintupled between 2004 and 2020. It also says males account for 40% of all identified victims of trafficking.
Our executive director has spent her life working with young boys with emotional disturbances, and she is very ready to jump in and help these little boys overcome their trauma.
Construction is already underway on Samuel's Place, adjacent to another building that has been donated to help trafficking survivors. Inspiring words written by the girls at Camille Place have been set on the foundation and concrete has been poured. But that's not all.
We also are opening Lily's Place in East Alabama for young girls similar to Camille Place, but that need the psychiatric services that we cannot provide.
The goal for Lily's Place residents is to eventually transition to Camille Place.
What we're seeing with the psychological evaluations is that there are many with mental health. We've turned over 15 away. We don't know, is this trauma or is this a biological genetic issue that this child has?
One survivor of human trafficking says anyone can be susceptible to exploitation, regardless of age, race, or gender.
It happened to us, but that's not who we are. But that's what we're labeled as.
She was trafficked 20 years ago before personal cell phones and social media became prevalent. Now, she says technology has only made the problem worse. A mom herself, she's warning parents to be involved in their children's lives.
She's not getting on social media till she's like old enough to understand. Like, we have to have those talks with our kids, because if we don't, somebody else will, and it's not going to be who you want it to be.
Finally, she's urging the community to support homes like Camille Place, Lily's Place, and Samuel's Place. There, she says children will go from darkness to light.
It's very much needed. We need these places, because these are going to be the avenues to help save our children.
And if you want to join the fight, Zebach tells me they're in desperate need of donors and volunteers to build both facilities. They're also actively searching for staff members. To help, visit the link on our website at fox10tv.com. Thank you for joining me for an inside look at the valiant efforts being done to fight human trafficking right here in Alabama.